Hearty welcome to all my dear students. I am here to give you session 5 of learning the chapter Sociology and Society. In the previous session, we were going through the fourth theme of this chapter, and I wanted to continue with the same theme. In the next class, I will explain you what is the theme. And here, I request all of you to take the page number 10. And the main title is 7, the material issue that went into the making of sociology. What do you mean by material issue? Materialism gives more importance to profit. We know that industrialization gives more importance to profit. Capitalism gives more importance to profit. In this way, we can give meaning to the term materialism. This is the what we can say another part of the fourth theme, that is the materialism that is the cause of making sociology. For example, capitalism exploits people, but sociology responds to it. It means capitalism was the cause of originating sociology, because sociology wanted to observe the problems happening in the society and also to suggest solutions. So there are problems which happened in the society in the past, such as capitalism, industrialization. Because of that, sociology originated and wanted to respond against the problems faced by the lower caste people in the society. And there are 3 important points in this paragraph. That is page number 10, paragraph 2. I request all of you to take page number 10, paragraph 2. 3 important points are there. First one, industrialization. Second one, capitalism. And the third one, the markets. Industrialization, we know that, or industrial revolution, it is based on dynamic force capitalism. The main, what we can say, nature of industrialization was capitalism. Capitalism gave more energy to industrialization. That is the meaning. Capitalism means earn more profit and money flows to some people. It means the owners, it means the superiors, money goes to them, and the working class people, it means the lower caste people, they were always suffering. That is the meaning of capitalism. Capitalism means the profit goes to the hand of leaders. It means the people who belong to higher caste. Profit goes to them, and the life of people who belonged to lower caste people always suffering. So capitalism was the force of industrialization. When the capitalism came, it means the people who are the superiors, they wanted people to work more, because money started to flow to the hand of superiors, so they became more selfish. So they exploited people more. They gave more burden on their shoulder. In this way, capitalism gave more energy to industrialization. That is the first point. Second point, capitalism improved industrial production, created new attitude and institutions attracted by entrepreneurs. Capitalism was the force. Force means energy. Capitalism gave energy to what we can say people. It means capitalism was attracted by the businessmen. We know that the businessmen, they are giving more importance to profit. When the capitalism came, they were more happy. Why they were more happy? They understood that profit will be more, money will flow to their hand, and the workers or the lower caste people, they will be suffering. So in capitalism, importance is more given to money and less importance is given to exploitation. It means the superiors, the leaders, they were not giving any importance to the suffering of the people. The suffering of the people is given less importance and the profit is given more importance. It means the rich become richer and the poor become poorer. But industrial production improved. How industrial production improved? Because capitalism has a goal. What is the goal? To increase production. How we can increase production? For increasing working hours. The people had to work more hours in the industry, so industrial production will be increasing. In this way, capitalism gave more burden on the working people. Third point, the market. The market was the instrument of production or productive life. Goods, labor, everything became commodity, and the market was determined by the rational calculations. What do you mean by rational calculation? Rational calculation, you have to write down the meaning of rational calculation is make choices for one's own benefit. This is the main theme of capitalism. The leaders, they are making plan for their own profit. This is called rational calculations. Rational calculation means the leaders, the superiors, the wealthy people, one who controlled industrial factories, one who controlled industries, one who controlled factories, and they are making some plans, they are making some calculations for their own benefit. This word you have to understand. And the market means what? The products were sold in the market. We know that industries are making production and they are selling the product to the market. So when capitalism came, the markets were given more energy because more products were sold to market, because people started to work more because of capitalism. Capitalism forces people to work more, and throughout the day they have to work, they have no rest at all, and in this way working hours increased, production increased, so market is given a new life because a lot of products were sold in market, and the people who controlled the industry, they were making planning for their own profit, how to achieve more profit. This is the thought in the mind of the people who were controlling the industry. So such people became more richer, and the working, it means the laborers, the one who was working in the industry, their life became more poorer. These are the three important things in this paragraph, paragraph 2 of page number 10. Now we are going through what we can say fourth theme. This is a material thing. Material thing giving more importance to money. Capitalism is a material thing, and but the market, the people who controlled the industry, in their mind is full of materialism, because they wanted to achieve money by means of exploitation, because they are exploiting people. The workers had to work for many hours, and the people who controlled the industry, they got benefit. And now we can move to paragraph 3 in the page number 10, and it focuses on the main theme, industrialization and pre-industrial England. Industrialization and what we can say industrial England. Now we can compare industrialization and pre-industrial England means what? What was the condition of England before industrialization? Industrialization means what? Brought new economy. England was the first center of industrialization. Brought changes in England after industrialization. We know that England improved or benefited a lot from industrialization. Industrialization means what? Starting new factories, and so there will be production, people will be there for working, and because of industrialization, the economic development will happen. The country will develop economically, so that industry mainly started in, or industrialization mainly started in England, first point. And when industrialization came to England, it gave a new life. It means England grew economically, developed. And before industrialization, what was the condition of England? First point, the chief, it means main occupation of the people were agriculture and textile. Second point, most people lived in villages, and peasants were there, landlords were there, they were living in villages, and there were some, what we can say, blacksmith, weaver, potter, shepherd. Society was very small and hierarchical, and class system with positions. It means before industrialization, England was a different country, but after industrialization, England changed a lot. Before industrialization, we know that England was what we can say, a poor country, we can say, because the main job of people occupations were in the what we can say agriculture and textile business. Before industrialization, the people in England, they were doing agriculture and textile business. Most of the people lived in villages, and there were peasants, there were shepherds, there were potter. It means the society was consisting of people who belonged to poor life conditions, and there were what we peasants and landlords in the village, same as that of India. In India also we can see shepherds, weavers, potters, and society was very small and hierarchical situation. It means what? Society was divided into different classes. Upper caste is there, lower caste is there, and middle caste is there. It means same as that of India. Before industrialization, England was what we can say the things which happened in England, that was we can say people, most of the people lived in villages, and there were people who belonged to poor life conditions, and there were landlords and peasants in what we can say rural areas, and much of the people lived in Villages. Society was very small and hierarchical. Different positions were there, the society is divided into different classes. This was the condition of England before industrialization. After industrialization, England changed a lot. It means urbanization happened. It means a lot of villages changed into urban areas, towns, cities. England grew economically and politically more powerful because of industrialization. Now we can move to next paragraph, paragraph 4. The main idea focused in this paragraph is new order emerged. It means some kind of new order emerged. What are the new order? It means there were some fundamental aspect is, the fundamental aspect of new order is degraded labor. It means labor, work is given less importance. When the new order emerged in industrial, because of industrialization, we know that the workers, they were suffering. Capitalism is given more importance. Profit is given more importance. One who controlled industry, they gave more importance to profit, and the workers were suffering. And the people who controlled industry, they did not consider the workers, so that now there is more burden on the shoulder of the workers. First one, less importance is given to work. That is the first new order came. Second one, atmosphere of labor not productive, peaceful and harsh. It means a new atmosphere came in work field. It was not peaceful, it was very harsh. People had to work more burden on them. So new atmosphere which was not peaceful, which was not happy. Third one, shocked by traditional thinker. It means what? Some of the thinkers in the society, especially the sociologists, they were very much shocked by this change, because the laborer, it means that before they were considered to be handicraftsmen. It means the name is given less importance. It means the industrial people, one who controlled the industry, they did not give any importance to the workers, and so that they gave another meaning to the term skilled craftsman. We know that in our, especially in India, there were some craftsmen, handicraftsmen were there. They were potters, weavers, and they were making things, beautiful things from their hand. The potters, we know that they are making pot. It means they were called the handicraftsmen or skilled craftsmen. When industrialization came, this name is given less importance. It means the people who controlled industry, they did not want to call workers skilled craftsmen. Instead of that, they wanted to call workers as laborers. They became laborers. The skilled craftsmen became laborers, and in traditional occupation, we know that before industrialization, people were doing some traditional business, traditional job, traditional occupation, and we know what were the traditional occupations. But when the industrialization came, such occupation was less important. People left job and people started to move to industries in search of a new job. And where in industrial areas or in industries, in factories, the workers were given what we can say very unhappy atmosphere. They had to work more, and because we know that capitalism was there. These are the important things happened because of new order. First one, less importance is given to labor or work. Second one means what? The working atmosphere was very not so peaceful. Third one, the sociologists, they were, it means the traditional thinker. Traditional thinker means what? One who has sympathy to such things. When the workers are suffering, traditional thinker has, like a sociologist, he has some sympathy. The traditional thinker, he is very much shocked because of ill treatment towards the workers. Now we can move to next paragraph, paragraph 5, which concentrates on the topic urbanization. The paragraph 5 concentrates on the topic urbanization. We know that. What is the meaning of urbanization? How urbanization emerged? We know that. Urbanization means what? Starting new urban areas, starting new towns, starting new cities. When industrialization came, a lot of people moved to the factories. The area became populated. Gradually, the area became developed. The area started to or transformed to an urban area. A lot of facilities came, so that the area became developed because of industrialization. Urbanization grew because of industrialization, expanded, and cities grew, and which was what we can say. We know that, I already told you that industrialization is the main cause of urbanization. And in the same paragraph we can see the same in the next paragraph. Means what? Desai, he gives us some of the idea. Industrialization give starting to new urban world, and the industrial area, we know the condition of industrial area. Soot is there. Soot means what? Black powder. From the industrial factories, the what we can say, we know that they are producing chemicals. Black powder is coming out. Soot, the atmosphere is full of soot. Then grim means what? Dust. The area became very much dusty. The crowded slums were there. Industrial working class, bad sanitations, unpleasant atmosphere, new kind of social interaction. Some of the industries were situated in slum areas. We know that. Some of the industries situated in slum. Slum means what? Underdeveloped area. Slum people, we know that they were living in very dusty, very dirty places. The industries which situated in rural areas, a lot of people started to live around it. So the area became full of dusty, dirty, and from industry chemicals are coming out. The people who lived in slum areas, a lot of people lived there. The area became very much crowded. We can think about a slum area. Slum people, it means what? Much sanitation is not there, much cleanliness is not there. So this is the condition of some of the factories which started in rural areas, because the area became crowded, dusty, and chemicals were there. The atmosphere is full of chemicals, dusty. In this way, industrialization brought what we can say less happiness to the people who lived in near to that area. Next one, paragraph. Now we can move to page number 12, and page number we can see in page number 11 a picture. We can see the picture. Same atmosphere is there. The industrialization which started, or the industries, the factories which started in the rural areas and full of what we can say dusty, dirty, and the place became crowded. In this way, the area became very much populated, very much what we can say dusty, very much full of chemicals. It affected the people healthy. The health of the people became very much affected. In this way, industrialization brought changes in the society. This is what the picture given in the page number 11 says. Now we can move to page number 12, paragraph 1, which focuses on the main idea. There is a Hindi song. There is a Hindi song which says about material and experiential city. What do you mean by experiential? Experiential means what? Experience and observation. We know that there is a poem or poem which is given in Hindi. We can understand the meaning of that. And first one is that page number 12, paragraph 1. And this poem gives importance to materialism. It means, I told you that this is the fourth theme, materialism. Materialism means what? Giving more importance to money, profit. And the city explained in the poem is Bombay. And next idea is that exploitation happened in this city. Rich became dominant. The working condition was very harsh, unhappy. No good feelings for the workers. Heart is replaced by what we can say a rock. We can say these are some of the main ideas from this poem or poem. This poem says that we know that in the past Bombay was an industrial city. Bombay was an industrial city. A lot of industries started in Bombay, and capitalism emerged because when an industry started, the people who controlled industry, they gave more importance to capitalism. Why they wanted to give importance to capitalism? Because they wanted to achieve more money. Capitalism means giving more importance to profit. How they can achieve more profit? First one, to give more work to the people, so that production will be more, so that they can produce many things, so they can sell the produce to the market, so profit will be more. They are thinking about themselves. It means the people who controlled the industry, they are thinking about themselves for their own benefit. They are not thinking about the workers, because they were suffering. They were given very little amount of money. They were given little amount of wages. In this way, the people who worked in the society, in the industry, they suffered. This was the condition of the industries in Bombay. This is the main idea from this poem. And we know that the heart of the people who controlled the industry, it means good feelings were not there. They are very rough. They are very rough people. They don't want to consider the workers because they were suffering. In this way, the heart of the people who controlled industry became a stone, we can say. And now we can move to what we can say, the same paragraph, in the same what we can say in the next paragraph after the poem. The next paragraph is there, and that paragraph says about industrialization. What do you mean by industrialization? There is a machine production. Machines were used, and machines were used means what? A lot of people lost their job. Machine replaced human beings and destroyed the traditional occupations. I told you that when the industrialization came, the traditional jobs were given less importance, because of industrialization a lot of productions happened, so industrial products were given more importance, so traditional products were given less importance. So the people who were doing traditional occupation, they left their job and they wanted to go to industry. There they will get a job. They thought that they will get a better wages, and so that the people's life changed because of industrialization. Main change is traditional occupation was given less important. It means industrialization destroyed the traditional occupation. Then now we can move to paragraph 2 in the page number 12. In the paragraph 2 also same point is there. Industrializations, that was mainly machine production, destroyed traditional occupation. It means the importance of peasant, artisans, and it means what? Such people were given less importance. The peasant, they were doing some agricultural works, and the artisans, they were doing works with their hand, and such traditional business, traditional occupation was given less importance because of what we can say industrialization. Because when industrialization came, machines were used. Because of the usage of machine, a lot of people who worked in the agricultural field, they lost their job because the landowners, they used the machines on the agricultural field. So the workers who were doing agricultural works, and they were given what we can say less importance. The landowners, they gave more importance to the machines, because machines are doing the occupation of human beings. And according to Karl Marx, in the same paragraph 2 of page number 12, we can see Karl Marx, he was a sociologist, and he felt that factory was oppressive, and factories, what we can say, worker-led collective functioning and jointly arranged for better conditions. And Karl Marx gave a new meaning to factories. And according to him, in factories, people are arranged and people are doing business or people are working together for better condition. We know that, I told you that when industrialization came, people left their traditional job. They thought that industries can give or offer them better job, because in the rural area they did not have what we can say a better job, because they had to do very small works and agricultural works they had to do. They had to do some other traditional jobs which was not profitable for them, and they were living a small life. It means what? They had little money, and it means what? Not sufficient for their livelihood, not sufficient for their families. So people left their traditional job. They wanted to go to the industries because they thought that industries can give them a better atmosphere. But in the industry also, people felt more harsh atmosphere. Karl Marx says that in industries people are working together for better conditioning, but it did not happen. Why it did not happen? I told you that because of capitalism, the industrial owners, the people who controlled industry, they wanted to achieve more money, they wanted to earn more money, so they wanted the workers to work more. Now we can move to next page, page number 13, paragraph 1. And there are two important points. First one, emergence of modern societies and pre-modern forms of work. two important points are there. I request all of you to write. First point is that emergence of what we can say modern societies and pre-modern forms of work. Emergence of modern society. We know that because of industrialization, modern society emerged, and pre-modern society. There is a difference between modern society and pre-modern society. First one, emergence of modern society. How a modern society emerged and what was the condition of pre-modern society. Difference is there, past and present. First one, in emergence of modern society, indicator is clock time system and calendar in social organization. It happened in 17th and 18th century. Speed of agricultural and industrial activities increased. Broad industrial capital's importance is given to profit rather than human labor. The workers should be punctual and there is a steady pace of work, and they have a set time, means fixed time was there, particular days for work, and there is urgency to work. Everything became a commodity and money was given importance to. Here, emergence of new society. I told you that when industrialization came, it means what? A new modern society emerged. It means society changed. When industrialization came, society changed. How society changed? The people left their traditional job. So traditional job is given less importance and industrialization was given more importance. So society changed, working system changed. A lot of people were attracted by industrial works. They were attracted to factories. But what was happening in factory? The people who controlled industry, they brought capitalism. What do you mean by capitalism? Capitalism means what? Flowing profit to some hand. Who are the people who control the industry? They got profit. So they wanted to plan for more profit. First plan, clock system and calendar. We know that they set up a new idea, that is clock system. It means what? The workers had to work for a fixed time, so that they were not given any rest in between. And the clock system introduced, calendar system introduced, for fixed number of days they have to work, and no relaxation for people. They were controlled by what we can say the new changes which happened in industries, calendar system, then clock system, which gave more burden on them. There were no relaxation for the people. It happened in 17th and 18th century, and what we can say agricultural and industrial works increased. I told you that clock system, and clock system means what? They had to work for fixed time from morning to evening. In this way, there is a fixed number of hours, working hours. This is called clock system. Fixed number of working hours and fixed number of days, so that there were more production from agricultural field and industry. Next point, profit is given more importance because of capitalism. People's labor is given less importance. People suffered a lot. Next one is that it means the people should be punctual. They had to work for fixed number of hours and days. And what we can say, there is urgency to work. It means work is given, what we can say, less importance. Means what? The people who controlled industry, they wanted to give more work to the people. So people started to work more, it affected their health, and so that industries gave them more burden because of capitalism. But what happened in pre-modern society? Now I was telling something that happened in modern society. In pre-modern society, what happened? First one, working rhythm. What do you mean by working rhythm? Working rhythm means what? There is a particular rhythm in what? Rhythm means what? Movement of work. We can say the meaning of working rhythm is work in a steady and productive way. Work in a steady and productive way. In the pre-modern society, the working rhythm controlled by factors like daylight, break between works, control of deadline, then less burden for workers. In the pre-modern society, there were workers who were working on the agricultural field, and they were considered in a positive way. But first one, the working rhythm, it means they had to work in a productive way. First one, they had to work in a productive way. Second one, they had some rest in between. Third one means what? Less burden for workers. But when the industry came, when the modern society emerged, it means the workers were affected, profit was given more importance. Now we can move to next paragraph. Paragraph 2. The main title is, the number is 8. Why should we study the beginning and growth of sociology in Europe? Because why should we study the beginning and growth of sociology in Europe? This is the question is asked there. Page number, same page number. What we can say, I wanted to tell you the page number. Page number 13, paragraph 2. The main idea focuses on this paragraph is, why should we study the beginning and growth of sociology in Europe? Why the Indians have to study the beginning and growth of sociology in Europe? This paragraph focuses on another idea, that is issues and concerns of sociology. And we know that there were some sociology was concerned about society. Sociology is studying society in a scientific way for finding out solution. So in Europe, sociology began or emerged, and the main idea from this paragraph is the issues and concerns of sociology. It means sociology was, or sociologists were, they were very much worried about situation. First point is, and it happened since 18th and 19th century. It means this kind of concerns showed by, displayed by sociologists, it happened in since 18th and 19th century. It happened in a European society because the condition in European society was very much chaotic. Chaotic means total confusions. In 18th and 19th century, total confusions were there in European societies, and because of industrialization and capitalism, which created some problems, and there were urbanizations, factory production affected all modern society, and Indian society also affected by this kind of changes. In a simple way, I wanted to tell you that in 18th and 19th centuries, in European societies, there were some countries, and in such countries, some kind of changes happened during that time. About that, the sociologists, they were very much concerned. What was the main change? main change was society changed because of industrialization and capitalism. We know that capitalism is not so but positive. The sociologists, they wanted to give more importance to the welfare of workers. But when capitalism came, the workers were given less importance. That is why the sociologists, they were concerned about the European society. First idea. Second idea is that there were a lot of issues created by capitalism and industrialization, urbanization, factory production, and totally the workers were suffering. And it also affected the Indian society. We know that when the British colonialism came, the same system there also happened. The British colonialism came, they started industries, a lot of people left their traditional job to join industries, and the British people, they wanted the workers to do more work, fixed time. That means the workers were exploited, discriminated, and profit reached to the hand of the British. So the same system happened in India also. That is why the sociologists were very much concerned. And here we can understand one important point. The sociology also tells on this context. Now we can move to next paragraph. Paragraph 3 in the same page, which concentrates on the topic. The focused first on Europe and Western countries. It means, I told you that sociology wanted to give focus first on European society. In the previous paragraph, I told you that because in European, main reason is that in Europe, capitalism started first. That's why the sociologists, they wanted to focus on European societies first. After that, they came to India, same system is there. The sociologists, they focused first on the European society. It means Western countries, because capitalism started in Western countries first. The reason is that the capitalism started there, then came to India, British colonialism, then capitalism. In this way we can summarize paragraph 3 in the same page number, where we can see some important points. First one, sociologists, they focused, they concentrated on European societies because capitalism started there. Capitalism gave exploited atmosphere to the workers, so that the sociologists they were very much concerned about the life of workers. Because of capitalism, social changes happened, and positivity for the people who control, and negativity for the workers. That's why the sociologists were very much concerned about such situation. That's why they wanted to focus on Western societies. Now we can move to paragraph 4. In this paragraph, the main idea is that there is a what we can say name. His name is R.K. Lakshman. R.K. Lakshman, he was an Indian cartoonist, and he made some travelogue. Especially in this context, I wanted to tell you that he made a travel to Mauritius, and he wrote about that. And what is the specialty of this writer, this cartoonist, this traveler? He was a traveler, R.K. Lakshman, because he was writing from the point of view of common man. He gave more importance to the life of a common man. He gave more importance to the life of a common man, and for common man he was writing. And he made a he made a journey to Mauritius, where he could see some of the changes which brought by British colonialism. A lot of changes happened in Mauritius brought by colonialism. and a lot of people were affected positively and negatively by colonialism, and this was written by this good writer. His name is R.K. Lakshman. This is all about that paragraph. It means the British colonialism or Indian people. About that, R.K. Lakshman wrote in his writings, because he made a journey to Mauritius. The area was affected by the British colonialism. A lot of changes happened. Now we can move to the 9, what we can say, main idea, that is the growth of sociology in India. In the previous paragraph, we discussed that sociology started from the Western countries or European societies, because exploitation or capitalism started there first. And now we can study about sociology in India. What about sociology in India? Now we can move to page number 14. It means paragraph 1. Some important ideas there. First one, colonialism. Now I request all of you to take the page number 14, paragraph 1. In the first paragraph, there are some important ideas. First one, colonialism. Second one, the writings of Western sociologists. Third one, Karl Marx. These are the 3 main ideas from this paragraph. First one, the colonialism. Second one, the writings of Western sociologists. And the third one, Karl Marx. First one, colonialism. We know that colonialism brought industrialization. Industrialization brought capitalism. And industrialization in India was different from that of the Western countries. Industrialization started in Western countries, and industrialization started in India because of British colonialism. 3 important points are there. First one, industrialization brought capitalism. And who started industrialization in India? British colonialism. Second point, there is a difference between industrialization in India and that of the Western countries. Now we can move to the writings of Western sociologists. They were writing about Western capitalism, which was helpful for understanding changes in Indian society. The Western sociologists, they were writing about capitalism, so that they gave us idea about capitalism. What is a capitalism? So when capitalism emerged in India, so we could understand the meaning of capitalism, because about capitalism, who wrote first? The Western sociologists, because capitalism started in Western society. So the sociologists, they were writing about capitalism in Western society. When capitalism came to India because of British colonialism, we could understand the meaning of capitalism. Then third point is Karl Marx. He gave us some useful ideas. First one, impact of caste India. It means what? The caste system in India, which brings contrast to cotton industry. It means what? The impact of not caste, East India Company. It means we know that East India Company started by the British, and they brought a lot of changes in India, especially to the cotton industry. We know about cotton industry. India was very much flourished, rich by cotton industry before colonialism, before the coming of the British. Cotton industry was there in India, which gave economic development to India. When the British came to India, they destroyed the cotton industry in India, because the cotton industry in India was destroyed by the British manufacturers, because this produce is excluded from England. This is a contrast. East India Company came to India. You have to understand this much thing. You have to understand what I am telling. I am telling only important things. For exam point of view, I am teaching you. I wanted to tell you that when the British came to India, they started many industries and they destroyed cotton industry because of the British manufacturers. They gave less importance to Indian cotton industry. This is all about this paragraph. It means paragraph 1 given in the page number 14. Today we have studied some important ideas. First one, industrialization, capitalism, market. Then we have studied the changes happened in modern England and which was different from pre-industrial England. Third one, new orders came with regard to industrialization. Then urbanization, meaning of urbanization. Then the Hindi song about the city Bombay. Then industry, again we have studied about industrialization because which brought machine production which destroyed many people's life. Then we have studied modern society and pre-modern society. Then European capitalism, it means the sociologists, they started to write about European capitalism because capitalism started in Europe. Next one, the colonialism, and which it means the writings of Western sociologists about capitalism. These are the important ideas from this session. I hope you are understanding things in a clear way. Please read the books, and I wanted to give you some of the difficult word and their meanings. First one is that date back to. In the page we can see this word. Date back to means what? Since a particular time, started from a particular time. Second one, tumultuous. Tumultuous means what? Confused. Tumultuous means confused. Third one, inundate. Inundate means what? Overpower. It means what? More powerful. Overpower. Inundate. Now I wanted to tell you the meaning of myriad. Myriad, M-Y-R-I-A-D. Myriad means what? Countless. For example, myriad of people means what? Countless people. And these are some of the difficult words. So that if you write down things from your own language, your language will improve. So make our time useful and beneficial. Learn properly for your own profit, for better understanding. So God bless you. Thank you.